Yo guys, it's time to learn some special tricks from the people that have not yet been forced to think in terms of the meta. People that are free from the shackles of following cookie cutter builds. People like Beast and Miko, who are in Bronze League heroes. Whosever strat I like the most, I'm gonna be copying them and trying out for myself in a game afterwards. So let's see what we like. Beast is going for 2 peasants in gold. 2 peasants in gold. Oh no. Let's go next. Let's go next game. No. Alright, cool. Well, he's gonna be so poor, but he's got lots of farms. 2 is enough. He's still not produced. No, I can't. Okay, let's go next. That's 800. That's 835 MMR. He won 27% of his games. We'll go next. Let him cook. We're not gonna let him cook. We're gonna eat somewhere else. Let's go over to this one right here. Flame Seal against tutorial. He was not making peasants for 30 seconds, guys. And starting 4 buildings at the same time. Like, he's never gonna have money to do anything. Alright, let's, shall I do the intro again, or are we keeping that part? Yo, they're making workers! This is a great start. This is a great start. Alright. Tutorial 4420. Second time we're watching him. I don't remember what happened last time. He's gonna go for a crypt, 4 acolytes, and nothing else. Oh, there we go. Altar. No, it's a tomb. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I remember this guy. He's still doing the same build. His Tomb of Relics is almost done by the time he finally starts his altar. And why would you delay your acolytes for that? Wait. Didn't you do the worms? Yes, I think it's the worms on Autumn Leaves. Was it double Frostworm? Double Boneyard Frostworm against an orc with Blade Shadow Macerators? He's very consistently playing a wrong build order, so he's soon, whenever he feels like it, he makes the altar. So he has habits, he has a build order, but it makes no sense. Now, I could adopt this build, you know, I could make this better. Every build has a story, and even if the build doesn't make sense, it still does one thing better than other builds, usually. So what this build does best, as nonsensical as it is to have a shop when you have no hero, you can rush backpack upgrade, and then you can start stealing items from an opponent with ghouls. Of course, it doesn't work if they don't kill the unit, if they focus your ghoul, if your ghoul gets ensnared. And he is actually doing that. Oh, okay, so he is basically fulfilling the purpose, the intended purpose of the build. Right? Backpack rush. But why does he keep force returning? Why are his ghouls not mining lumber? What in heaven's name is this? Oh! You know, I didn't pick up on this last time. There's actually a purpose to his build. This is the Pitlord guy. It's Pitlord and worms. Ah, that's why it's okay for his... My bad. Yo, I don't know who made this build. Maybe he made it. That... Oh, you know, I actually learned something from this. There's no way to get Rod of Necromancy on your Pitlord unless you do it this way, with an early shop and an early upgrade. Yo, this is sick! Okay, yeah. Well, I'm copying this. Cannibalize Rush. It's the Pitlord Frostworm guy. Pitlord, DK Lich, Ghoul, Frostworm, I believe. Now that we've seen what this guy did, who I doubted in the start, imagine what that human player is up to that we just saw before this game. He must be absolutely cooking right now. It's like, yeah, 2 peasants, but watch this. And he just did the most amazing thing that we'll never see now. A tribute to the greatest strategy ever.
Okie dokie.
After a nice evening with friends, I returned to find my favorite content is live on Twitch. Bronze League heroes. Life is good.
Sounds great. Chocoball. Meanwhile, Flame Seal. Farseer grunts creeping. Nice timing of text. Of his technology. He's got his shop. Kind of an odd position for the front burrow.
Players' forces are under
But it
attack.
becomes good if you get fortified defenses. Then suddenly a burrow like this is good. Oh wow, that's a really late tier 2. We can improve upon that. That is so late. That's a 3-minute 50 tier 2. Yeah, he's like 60% behind the orc. But Gogonash is happy. He's creeping. Fun story about Cleave and Howl of Terror. For some reason, this creep from this camp gets aggroed when you do like Howl here. Maybe it's because Howl range is 900 and it was hitting him. But I don't think it even hits him. I think it comes within like, I don't know, 200-300 range of aggro radius. Actually works out for him. If this was planned by him, respect. Maybe he was doing that on purpose so that he can keep cleaving. He doesn't even need to pull the camp. He pulls it with a howl. Never thought about that either. If it's on purpose, that would actually be so sick. I've never seen this. I'm just gonna give it to him. That was on purpose. So Flame Seal's got a lot of grunts. If I was Flame Seal, I would sell Cloak, buy Staff, buy Heal Salve, and then heal grunts. So you don't need to go all the way back home and then forward again. Because he's got a pretty strong map position right now. Level 3 Farseer. But the walking back and then all the way forward again doesn't feel great. Oh, okay. I guess that's just a thing in Bronze. One of your supply buildings will be in front of your necropolis. They almost mirrored each other's pattern, see? 2 in front, 2 in back, 2 in the back, 1 in front. If the next cigarette goes here, that'll be sweet. So he picks up items with ghouls sometimes. So he can keep creeping. There's another claws of attack on this ghoul, and I think he's just waiting to cast Rod. Funnily enough, he's got 4 Rod charges, which is 1 Rod, but he's got them spread, so he can't have claws on the Pit Lord right now. So he's carrying it on a loyal little ghoul. So all the grunts have been healed up. Looks like Tavern Hero will be purchased. It looks like it, but doesn't mean he has got the money, but he could just make it home.
Under attack.
Nope. So, yeah, you guys can see that the logistics of creeping this, walking all the way home, and then walking all the way here again, it's not very efficient. Nonetheless, he's gonna show up here with a rather strong attack. Tutorial doing the same thing he did before, which is going for an expansion. It's very expensive getting double Boneyard Frostworms. Now you see why a Ziggurat in front of your Black Citadel is not a good idea. It's the easiest, most valuable kill target. Now Tutorial's body blocked. I mean to say supply blocked, but he does have his Death Knight in production already. Nerubian is being upgraded as his Spirit Tower. Gorgonash runs in. Coil on the Fiend, perhaps. Didn't quite make it. Clarity was used, instantly cancelled by Flame Seal. But the Scroll of the Beast makes him deal so much damage, it's insane. Every single undead unit died and all grunts are still alive. They're such chads. Funnily enough, Roar and Howl of Terror perfectly cancelled each other out. I didn't expect that, because Roar gives 25% attack damage, and Howl reduces it by 30%. So how do those two equal each other out? Perhaps Roar takes priority. Not because it was cast earlier, but just because it goes on the stack like that. That was a sick assassination! One final hit from the Pit Lord and the Coil. Farseer just died. Flame Seal was in such a good position, but then suddenly Death Coil came into play. Level 4 Farseer. What a massive loss. No! No! It's always like this. They're so complacent. Once they kill the hero, they're so complacent. But he has Town Portal on the Pit Lord. You know what I think was happening? He's like on the Death Coil. And the best part is, there was no second hero, so Flame Seal didn't get any of the experience of that level 4 hero. Yeah, both Farseer and Pitlord had Town Portal. People don't back away from fights in Bronze. It's so sick. So sick. Alright, what are you going for? Raiders and Headhunters. Not a great decision into Pitlord. Usually, you would like to get air. Air doesn't get cleaved except when it gets webbed. Of course, Tutorial knows about that kind of stuff. He is still at tier 2, by the way. He did make an expansion right after his Pitlord died. Yes! I was hoping he would build a ziggurat here. This is, by the way, a full wall-off. There's this weird thing where the top of the Halls of the Dead necropolis in Black Citadel is a hard edge. This is a hard edge, and if you build a ziggurat against it, it's a full wall-off for heroes. But the right side, bottom, and left are soft edges. And this ziggurat is touching the Halls of the Dead just the same proximity as this ziggurat. But yeah, I mean, this is my term. Maybe I should come up with a better term. Hard edge and soft edge. But buildings in Warcraft 3 have either a soft or a hard edge. Tomb of Relics is hard all the way around. And then Ziggurat is soft. No, Ziggurat and Tomb of Relics are hard. If you link Ziggurats together, ghouls cannot go through, so they're hard. And if you link Slaughterhouse together, everyone can go through, so they're soft. And if you link hard and soft, only ghoul can go through. So yeah, the top of Halls of the Dead is has more collision than the sides. Maybe because of its graphics, they felt that would be logical because of the perspective. I don't know. All right, where are we at? Naga second. My first instinct is that's not a great pick. She's quite vulnerable to cleave and coil damage. However, Frost Arrow against Pitlord is actually not that bad. It's a great way to reduce Pitlord's damage a bit. So, I don't hate it. I'm not going to say I would have done it, but... Now, I hope he doesn't go for like... I mean, he hasn't turned on Frost Lightning. He hasn't turned on Fork yet. I mean, Frost Arrow. So right now he's not really doing anything. He's just a glorified Headhunter. Literally the same health as a Berserker after the Headhunter is upgraded. So yeah, Pitlord just clicked him. He's like, what you gonna do about it? And Naga actually is quite slow. She has a tail and Pitlord has 4 legs. I think he's just slightly faster. She must be like 280 and he's 300. I mean, it's getting out of hand, Gogonash. Your expansion is under attack. Meanwhile, he could go to tier 2. He's got double crypt and a slaughterhouse. We have some steps towards Bloodlust by Flame Seal, but he's so busy harassing here that he's just not doing anything. Making a couple of grunts, but nothing with the shaman or the bestiary. Meanwhile, the Farseer killed a Crypt Fiend. Cleave is doing a pretty good job against those wolves. Getting some level ups too. I don't know how Farseer still thinks he can win out here. I mean... read the numbers. And he hasn't done anything at home. That's all he was doing. That's awesome. He was just looking at the Farseer, right? And it makes sense. He's like, oh my god, the guy has an expansion. I need to do what I can. And you just get like all busy and overwhelmed and everything. So Bloodlust is going to come out. Now, Bloodlust is pretty good. He does need to turn on Forked Lightning. I mean, Frost Arrow by right-clicking the Frost Arrow. He also has his expansion coming up, Flame Seal. And more Raiders. Meanwhile, Tier 3 has started. And Fiends are in production. I wonder if Tutorial is going to go Frostworms again. Yes! He got boots! He didn't want to fail running down the Naga again. Someone in chat said Pitlord should get boots of speed, and he did. Alright. Now the bad news is he still didn't turn on Frost Arrow, so I'm not sure that he knows it has to be turned on. And to be fair, it's not really... I don't think it's ever really explained in Warcraft 3 that you need to right-click it to activate the autocast. It would be a bit tedious if you had to manual cast every single auto attack. That DK almost died. Funnily enough, the DK has a TP, and so does Pitlord. So that's Reign of Chaos style, having a TP on every hero. So Flameseal now has an expansion, but you know what he really needs? Double Torrent Totem Torrents. That would be sick. Not sure how well it would work against Pitlord though. But at least Pulverize does not observe Howl of Terror damage. So while most of your damage gets reduced, that is not the case for Pulverize. Now he has made a different decision. It's going to be Mass Headhunter with Berserker upgrade. And this could be very good or very bad. Headhunters cannot target fire Fiends, because if he does, he's going to be in the middle of Howl and Cleave. That means his only play is focusing Pitlord, if the DK stays back. Who, by the way, has a TP again. Tutorial really likes having a TP on both heroes. Kind of in lieu of a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, just a way to get out. I worry for Flameseal's hero pick because he's not using any abilities on Naga. I don't know if he'll find out. He should get himself a Kodo with drums as well. If you're going to go Mass Headhunters, you should get the ranged attack upgrade. Unfortunately, Flameseal is getting the melee attack upgrade. He's valuing the Raiders attack more than the Headhunters. Pretty good Grunt Raider against Fiends, if you micro it well. Got himself a Zeppelin, because... Where is he going?
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, towers without fortified are not worth the investment. They just don't do anything. Very expensive.
A town is under siege.
Are we gonna get... Oh, yes! There it is! Triple Boneyard on 48 population. This is gonna be awesome. Triple Boneyard. That's a lot of Boneyards. Okay, so he can get a couple of Fiend kills here. They're in pretty poor position. This is a very good fight for Flameseal. He doesn't know this, but if he attacks... If he now attacks the Undead expansion, that's his best chance to win. Like, he will actually win if he just attacks the expansion now, clicks both barracks, rallies it on his hero, and then holds down the T button for Mass Headhunters. And then make 2 burrows. That's it. Now, he knows that the opponent has a web. So this Zeppelin play, whatever this is, like limousine transportation. Okay, second Zeppelin. Alright, cool. He's cooking up something very special. I think he wants to dump everything on top of the gold mine and then kill the mine. This is a pretty high skill, high mechanical requirement maneuver that is not common in Bronze League heroes. It's pretty cool to see a Zeppelin enjoyer. But it looks like he's actually going to fly to the main, where mass worms are going to be in production. And he's taking an extremely risky route over the land. So he's actually going to get spotted in 3, 2, I think it was seen. I think it was either just seen or not seen. Nothing proves that Tutorial has seen it yet, but he happens to be in a good spot. And Flameseal needs to have the discipline not to go through with this. The worm gave flying vision, it has been spotted. Alarm, alarm, get out, get out! Oh, oh no! He already lost some units. No! No! Oh! Where's the farce here? Wait, where's the farce here? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's such a disaster. Oh, he still went through with it. Why would you dump everything in a massive clutter against Pitlord Frostworm Fiend? Holy shit. Oh. Wow, that was... I mean, he didn't want to go home anymore. He didn't want to go home anymore. Of course. Oh, jeez. What a disaster. But, very creative play. So, I have a question now for you guys. What is creativity? Is it doing something very inventive, creative that other people wouldn't think of? Is that creativity? Or is creativity doing something unusual, inspirational, or inspired, right? But it also works. That's what I've always wondered. My definition for creativity has always been it has to also work. So like creative art would be like, wow, that's very creative. And I think it's beautiful, right? Because you could just draw like a butthole ASCII pixel art and be like, wow, that's very creative. But not beautiful, therefore not creative, right? It doesn't have to work to be creative. Really? Is that just my pro gamer mindset? It doesn't have to work? Creativity is to make something new or original. Okay, so creative can be an insult then. No? Like if someone does something awful and unexpected, you can say, very creative. Okay. So this was also creative then. A Farseer Naga Headhunter Bloodlust drop. But we're gonna replicate tutorial strategy. This was sick. Nice build order and nice plan. Let's go.